Is this your first time watching this movie?
It's my first time. The video store only got this movie recently. I wanted my brother to watch it with me before, but he refused. I'm glad you invited me. I've been looking forward to this movie, but never found the perfect movie buddy to watch it with.
The perfect movie buddy. This might sound silly, but I'm used to watching movies alone and don't have experience watching with others. Are there any rules when two people watch a movie together?
Huh? There aren't any rules. In a theater, you need to be considerate of others. But in a private space, it's all about having fun.
It's all about having fun. I think I'm starting to understand. No wonder the reviews recommend watching it with a friend. It really does feel different. Even before it starts, I can already feel it.
I think you're giving those reviews too much credit. They didn't recommend watching with friends out of kindness, but to spread it around and scare more people. And bringing friends along for a horror movie usually doesn't make it less scary. It often makes things even more intense. When two people watch together, even if the movie isn't scary, the other person might be. My brother's so jumpy, he ends up scaring me instead.
I see. But for me, what makes this special is getting to watch this movie with you. Belle, the movie's over.
Oh, over already? Oh, what an intense horror movie. It felt like I was sinking into the sea, only just managing to struggle out of the waves to breathe again.
Sinking into the sea, unable to breathe. I'm quite used to that feeling.
Huh? What do you mean by used to it?
I was just talking about taking a bath.
I see. But Yidhari, you look completely unfazed. Don't you think that movie was scary and intense?
How should I put it? Rather than scary or intense, I'd describe it as a well-crafted story. I suppose that's because I see it from a different perspective than you do. When I watch a movie, I keep part of my mind on drawing inspiration, analyzing techniques, and imagining how I'd create certain scenes myself.
You actually had the headspace to think about that? But now that you mention it, I really am curious. If you were the director, how would you make this movie?
If I were the director, maybe it would turn out like this. For instance, when first arriving on the island, rather than having the sea monster immediately show up and attack, I'd prefer a slightly different approach. Finally stepping onto solid ground, the crew weep with joy, kissing the sand and running across the beach in relief. While the crew are savoring the island and the beach, someone stumbles on a bone, revealing a heap of skeletons buried beneath the sand. An unspeakable shadow flickers past, shattering the crew's remaining courage. Terrified of sharing the fate of the buried bones, they panic and flee in fear. And just as the last crew member, face full of hope, is about to board the ship, the sea monster appears behind him.
To be given despair at the very moment of hope. Just hearing it is terrifying.
As for the ending where the protagonist escapes the island and cuts off all room for the audience's imagination, I'd rather handle it more interestingly. As the sole survivor, the protagonist sails away, Then, still shaken, washes off the blood of crewmates and the sea monster. Unaware, he doesn't notice his reflection grinning eerily at him in the mirror, nor the new ship approaching the far side of the island. Just like at the beginning of the film, a battered ship carries a new crew, cheering excitedly at the sight of the island. On the mast's lookout, one of them wears the same eerie smile as the protagonist's reflection.
So detailed. Oh, I've already got goosebumps. It's hard to imagine how you came up with all these ideas.
Maybe it's because I've seen scenes like that far too many times.
Huh? Did you just say something?
It's nothing. I just suddenly thought of some works I once came across. Anyway, Belle, how would you make this film more interesting if it were up to you?
Huh? You're asking me? I don't think I could come up with any good ideas.
If you can't think of anything right now, you could try using your own experiences as inspiration.
Using my own experience. For example, there's a hidden energy lake on the island. Destroying it is key to sinking the island. But beneath it lies the real way out, a path only those ready to sacrifice themselves can take.
That's an interesting idea. With a setup like this, the island offers more clues to uncover, and the story gains richer details to weave in. Keep following this line of thought, and you'll soon come up with plenty more interesting ideas. Didn't even realize it had gotten this late. That really flew by. I wonder when we'll get to watch a movie together again.
I never thought working out the story could be this much fun. As for our next movie night, how about I invite you? I'll make sure to pick something interesting.
I'm already looking forward to it. A movie you find interesting must be full of wild imagination, surprising and captivating, right?